The one everybody is watching is Mike Mahaney and Mark Johnson. Mahaney, when you look at the point situation, the 13 markers separating the two, really all Mahaney's got to do is keep Mark Johnson in sight. If Mahaney can win the title tonight, he will join the ranks of two-time champions.
So we've reached the end of the regular season at Albany Saratoga Speedway, and tonight is championship night. We have an opportunity to win 2 championships in one night with both the 358 modified and the big block modified. It's really cool that our team has done such a great job of being consistent all year in both classes. We've had our ups and downs, but we're in contention for both divisions, and it should be a lot of fun. So I'll break down the points a little bit for you here. For the small block division, we're coming into the night behind by about 12. That's going to be about 6 positions, so I need to finish ahead of Felix Waugh by 6 spots. So our mindset going into that race is just to try to win it, and it'll be what it'll be. You know, he's been very fast all year, so it's unlikely that he will finish outside the top 5 tonight, but you know, anything can happen, so we'll just do the best we can and go for it. And then as far as the big block, we're ahead by 13 points to Mark Johnson, and so we can finish behind him as many as 6 spots, and hopefully not 7. So same thing there. We're just going to try to win the race, and the cards will fall where they do. But if we do finish in the top 5, we'll lock it up. So we'll just go for that, and just hopefully the cars hold together and everything works out the way we want it to. Had these things go every which way, and we've had some nights where we've had to, had some kind of crash or something, and we had to change a shock tower and made it back out and won the championship. And we've also had nights where you had flat tires or a blown engine, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's crunch time. We're gonna go for it, and we got 2 great cars. We got a great race team. I'm really proud of everything that we've done all season, and looking forward to coming home with as much hardware as we can tonight. What's that?
I got the cookies right here.
Oh,
Jim goes, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
MJ on camera. Hello. Yeah, I'll keep them. Call. You put a piece of tape on it that says this tire leaks. Okay. It's going to be fine for hot laps, but we'll just change it later. Yeah.
It's really, it looks really good. Like here, and are you tight down there a little bit?
I'm just driving really straight because like this car feels really neutral.
Yeah.
With the new right rear, where that one feels loose with the right rear, with new right rear. What's up, Charlie?
What is up, man? Put the headlights in it after hitting. Oh yeah, there you go.
How are you?
Please show your generator come
Something's wrong. It's tight. It's not tight. My thought is that's going to get better as we get better, you know, rubber on it as it's not a heat cycle tire. So believe it or not, this car, I mean, was stuck good, and it had. It's going to get tighter when we put it in better. So.
Take 3. We got to find out. I want to find out.
Is there force? The small one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Weight was. It's championship night, so guys have some respect for the guys racing for the championship, and try not to make the decision for them. That's basically what he was saying. So that was nice.
It was nice enough to say that.
Yeah, it's kind of a 45-degree angle, and and it's got like a seatbelt strap on it.
So he's sitting.
Yeah, sitting up in there. Look at that, George.
Oh, he's in one of those. Yeah, that
Yeah, look at this.
It's got a little shaker,
And it
right?
kind of
You can
bounces.
Yeah, you can rack it.
Yeah, so a few months he'll be bouncing it up and down.
They move them, that does it. Moves you. You get the rock and roll. You know what I'm trying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking airborne.
Oh, airborne we got 7th on Wednesday. And we're, I don't know, and 3 points behind Felix, and there's 1 points race left. It's in a few weeks.
14. Next week.
And it's different than here. Airborne does championship night points, where it's more points per position. So it might even be like one spot. I'm not really sure.
Go side by side in row 3. Mike Mahaney with the 35 and the 44T. Brandon Daly rounds out your starting grid. Top 2 point getters right now in this run. Mike Mahaney, your point leader, coming into tonight's event, and his adversary, Mark Johnson, right there with him. Take him into tonight's event. 16 points, or 13 points, separated. Mike Mahaney trying to get into a handicap position. That'll start him up towards the front of this feature event. Mark Johnson knows he's got to finish in front of the 35, not only here in the qualifier, but more importantly in the feature. Got to better him by 6 spots as they make their way down here in turn number 1. Johnson right off the back bumper of Mahaney's machine. Well, here comes Matt DiLorenzo, going to close it up. We got one off track. That's the 215 of Adam Pearson. competitor. Then our point leader, Mike Mahaney, comes home in the 4th spot.
Make it.
You were kind of the only guy making the middle work. No one else was.
How did Mark get by the 14?
Got him right on the last lap.
On the bottom or the top?
I don't know. I couldn't see it.
If I just stayed next to him, I could have just.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he got. I was like, oh, 2 to go. He's not going to be able to get by him. I don't have enough time.
When you hugged him, I think what you should have done is just hugged him and then followed him
Just
around.
stayed next to him, but I pinched him
then-
too much. He backed out, and I got ahead. Oh, that brace broke off. Lap. Hey, just got.
Mike Mahaney's got 2 wins in this division in 2025. He'll come from the inside of row 2 with the 35. Outside of him, so that is the way they started. Here they come off of turn number 4. 1 lap on the board. David Schilling is your leader. Schilling shows the way here off of turn number 4. As they make their way down here off of turn number 4, Schilling out front. Ronnie Johnson rides second, a 35 next in line. That is Mike Mahaney. Good 3-car battle up on the front of this one as they make their way down here off the corner. Here's Ronnie Johnson sending it in up on the high side, looking to take the long way around. He gets around the 35 of Mike Mahaney. Mahaney now back to third. RJ trying to get a run here on your leader, David Schilling. As they make their way down, checkered flag will wave this time by Ronnie Johnson trying. David Schilling hangs on for the win.
All right, so got through the heat races okay. Made the handicap spots in both cars. The big block went out first, and I was tight and hitting into one, and I was trying to gas it up to get it to turn, and I actually got bite and ran in the back of Felix and bent my door and my nose piece a little bit. Luckily, we didn't have any serious like suspension damage or anything. It was all body stuff. But the guys are working on fixing that right now, and worked our way up to 4th in that race and only had to get 5th. And then the small block, we started 3rd and finished 3rd, and it was just kind of a swarm there. And the leader and second were side by side, and I feel like we probably had a better car for the top, but Ronnie was on the top and just couldn't find a way through. So, but we made the top 3, and we'll be in the redraw for the small block and the handicap for the big block. So we did what we needed to do for there, and on to the features.
Johnson will fire from the inside with a 3J. On the outside, the 35 of Mahaney, your point leader. 8 rows deep, it'll be Justin Stone. That is your starting grid as we get ready to go. Green flag is out. Down to turn number 1 they go. First time up to the south side of the raceway. They make their way down the back stretch up into turn number 3. Up on the front, showing the way around here to put lap number 1 on the board. It's going to be the 21 of Brian Calabrese. Calabrese up on the front, working his way down the back straightaway. Got a 3-way battle back there for spot number 4. They were side by side there for a moment down into turn number 3. The one everybody is watching is Mike Mahaney and Mark Johnson. Mahaney, when you look at the point situation, with 13 markers separating the two, really all Mahaney's got to do is keep Mark Johnson in sight. Johnson's got to better him by at least 6 positions. Ready to go back to green flag back out, ready to go, green is out. Down to turn number 1 they go, up through turns 1 and 2. They fan out down the back straightaway. Calabrese your leader. Working down here through turn 3 and 4. They make their way down off the corner. Jack Spishak with the Donnelly Construction 08 drawing in here on Brian Calabrese. Happen late in the event to keep him out of victory lane. Could tonight be the night that he puts it all together and adds his name to the list of winners here at Albany Saratoga Speedway? We're 10 laps away from checkers now. Again, there's your championship duo. Mike Mahaney making his way by David Schilling. Now can see the backside of the 3J of the White Knight. Mark Johnson trying to advance as he works his way down here. Johnson, your 5th place man.
Smooth Shoe Mahaney, folks, our 2025 champion for the modified. I know you got to be happy with this one. If my calculations are right, 2020 was the last time you won?
Yeah.
So, and I read somewhere you said, well, I thought I'd get one a year or 2 after that, but here we are 5 years later. At least you got it done.
Yeah, we really thought after that first one that they'd come a lot easier after that, but they sure didn't. The talent level here at Weekly is so impressive. Can't say enough about these guys we race against week in and week out. This race surface that Lyle puts together, all these fans that come out every week, thank you guys, and congrats to Jack on the win tonight. We put together a 6th, and it's kind of been our season. We've been kind of just driving through and getting to the inside the top 10 and kind of the middle there, and keeping it consistent. And it just says a lot about our race team. Lance, Jacob, my dad, and has stepped in recently since we had our baby MJ.
I'm sure that's got to be emotional for you. You know, you got your son coming this year, everything going, and you put together a track championship.
Yeah, I want to thank my wife Mandee at home with MJ and my whole family for their support. You guys are the best. It's what made it so that I get to race and put on a show for all you guys.
All right, folks, Albany Saratoga, give it up for our 2025 track champion, modified division, Mike Smooth Shoe Mahaney.
56 prize. And the pro stop is going to be up next. Gold to the folks from the casinos are down in the site here in
Thanks, John.
spotted. Good job. You did what you had to do.
You weren't going to let Johnson get away.
No, yeah.
Was that your plan, just to watch him and stay close?
I figured kind of since we started next to each other, it's you gotta keep him in your sights, and you know, if I could get by him, I would have, but really he had the speed to stay ahead of me, and if I could just stay with him, I knew that we had that. Thanks, Mike.
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you. Great season for you too. You were right there.
Good job.
Thank you, Dick. Really appreciate all your support and all your rebuilds and everything you do for us.
We'll move on from here.
I'm ecstatic. You know, I think it was an understatement that it was you know, something that we kind of wanted to do. It was really our whole focus this season was to try to get that championship, and you could see it when we stopped. We just never let a week go by where we didn't try to get as far as we could. We didn't try to use the handicap to get wins, and you know, I wanted to win races in the worst way, but it just wasn't happening for the longest time until a few weeks ago. And we finally got it. We got that, and got some momentum here. But tonight, it was hard to step out and be over aggressive.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
I get to go race again.
That's right. You want to take a picture of the check?
Sure. Let's do it.
Great job.
Watch your head.
Take my hat off. To show how tall I am. Thanks.
I was going to win this race too.
Yep.
Got a little hairy there on lap 4. It's all right.
Woo!
I think it was pretty good through the bottom there. You could roll if he carries the speed.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy. Thank you.
Garrett Poland in the 17G starts inside row 9. Outside of him, Chris Curtis with the 30.
Outside of him, our newly crowned big block champion, Mike Mahaney. He's also a two-time winner here in small block trim this year with the M2 car. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your starting grid. Small block modifieds underway. Final leg of the DeCarlo Auto Body small block shootout series underway as they make their way down here through turn 3 and 4. Here is Hollywood on the roll down here to turn number 1. Pair of 91 cars squaring off up on the front here. Ronnie Johnson going to make it a 3-car battle up front. RJ right down on the inside as they make their way down through the corner. Johnson going to make his way by Fadden with the number 91 car. So it'll be Felix Waugh, Ronnie Johnson, and now Mike Mahaney, your new third place man. They make their way down the back straightaway up into turn number 3. Here's Fadden trying to get back to Mahaney. Got one slow down the back straightaway. That's going to bring yellow up on the raceway. They restart nose to tail. That is Felix Waugh and Mike Mahaney, both with a pair of wins to their credit. And we're going to go green off of turn number 4. Down to turn number 1 they go. Ronnie Johnson going to nose ahead of Felix Waugh. Got a new leader down to turn number 3. It's going to be RJ up off of turn number 4. Ronnie Johnson with the Mickles Automotive number 2 RJ car taking over the runner-up spot. Felix Waugh back to the runner-up position. Then the 35 of Mike Mahaney. Here comes Batman with a 21A car. In the Killer Crate 97 of Bobby Hackle. The 21 of Peter Britton and the 06 of Mike Coffey Jr. make up row 3, and we are back underway as they make their way down here off of turn number 2. Here's Mahaney making a move on Felix Waugh. He'll throw the slider at him down here in turn number 4. Here's Waugh coming back at him down on the inside. Hollywood looking at the low line. Smooth Shoe off the high side. They make their way down the back straightaway. It's all RJ up on the front, but all eyes are on that battle back there for the runner-up position. Mahaney driving it off the right rear as they work their way down here through the corner. Down the back straightaway they run, working down to turn number 3. Here's Mahaney up on the high side of the raceway, trying to make up ground on Ronnie Johnson. RJ showing the way. We got 10 laps remaining. Inside of 10 laps remaining now as they make their way down, 16 to 25 on the board. The battle for third. It's back to the 91 of Felix Waugh. Waugh rides in third. Fourth. Oh, now Mahaney going to get a run down to the inside. He'll take the inside line on Ronnie Johnson. Mahaney going to slide up and take the lane away off of turn number 2, and you got a new leader. Mike Mahaney has gone to the front. Mike Mahaney taking over the top spot here down into turn number 1. The adrenaline pumping after garnering his big block championship. Now going to try and put a feather in his cap tonight by being the only 3-time winner here in small block competition this year. They come down across the line. Mike Mahaney, your leader. Ronnie Johnson riding second. Final time down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Final time off the corner. RJ drops down low, but not good enough. Mike Mahaney will pick up the win. But Mike Mahaney will be the 3-time winner here in small block competition. Here he is out of the car. Mike Mahaney, our small block modified winner here tonight.
I'll tell you, I think I just interviewed you, didn't I? I'll tell you, car was on rails. Ronnie gave you a good run at the end, but boy, you were fast.
Ronnie was there fast the whole time at the beginning, and then just I think he was kind of shortcutting the entry, and I was getting a little more momentum by running the whole top. And thanks again to Lyle for giving us such a good top, and the racetrack was really racy there and having a lot of fun. It's great to pick up the championship, and congrats to Felix on his championship too. And it's been a lot of fun racing with him all year and everybody here. And thanks to all you fans. Thanks to my wife Mandee, my son MJ, and my crew, my sponsors, everybody that watches our YouTube videos. Thank you all. Been an awesome night.
What do you think, Albany Saratoga? Was this 358 division awesome this year? The Carlo Auto Body, I mean, the racing was spectacular, and I think you got 3 of them.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It took us a while to get there, but then we started rolling here later in the season.
All right. Hey, congratulations to Mike Smooth Shoe Mahaney for another one, and our champion over here.
Live and learn.
Woo! Man, you're like freaking bad at it. We're just
After that restart. That's the way to cap it off, huh?
That was just flat ass out driving them, buddy.
Hell yeah, buddy.
one hell of a race, Mike.
Thanks, Matt. Great season. Way to cap it off. That's the way to finish it out, huh?
You're right. Fuck.
Hold that.
We'll take their nice drive. I like the cut through the middle. Ronnie just kept moving on.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good job.
See you tomorrow?
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Hey, man.
Congratulations,
Good to see ya.
buddy.
Thanks.
Congratulations on the little one, too.
Thank you. That's the big one. We did it. So we got the modified championship with the big block. Just went out there and stayed with Mark Johnson through the feature. I knew that the points was going to be determined based on that, and I think he actually had a little more speed than me tonight, and he was getting through the traffic, and I knew if I could just get every car that he got, that we could lock up the championship. And our car was really good, and it's been great for this second half of the season that we got it out, and I'm glad we did, as I think that it helped us get a little bit of speed. We got a couple wins, or well, just one win with the big block, but it took us a long time to get that win, and then but a lot of consistency. So just so much thanks to my crew.
Lance for just making sure that the tires are right every time we go out, and the fuel load and the weight and all this stuff, and Matt making sure all the hardware is tight in the car so that nothing falls off, and that's so key for points. And Jacob for doing all the maintenance at the shop every week to make sure that the drive shaft doesn't have a U-joint blowout or something, and that the engine has the oil changed frequently, and just all the maintenance is just so important to a championship like this. So I'm just so thankful and blessed to be in this position. It's been a huge year for us. We're on a direction going in the right. We're going in the right direction. We're getting better and better, and it's also just personally is a huge year for me with my son being born, and I just want to thank my wife Mandee and MJ just for I've got a whole new outlook on life, and it's so cool. With that combined with this championship, it's just hard to describe how cool it is and how awesome it feels. And then not to mention, then we get done and we didn't have a lot of time to celebrate. And Jake's going, "You got to get in the small block, so we got to go out for the feature." And so we go out in that, and it looked like a third place run tonight, and Felix was ahead of me most of the feature, and was really hoping to get the double championship, right? And we got by him on a late restart, and then I was able to race Ronnie Johnson for the win. And so to cap off the night with a win in the small block along with the modified championship is just so awesome. I can't even describe how cool this feeling is, and I'm proud of Felix for winning that championship. I wanted to win them both, but I respect him, and we race together all the time, and he's a great racer, and he did a great job and earned it. And it's you can't win them all, but we tried our best, and what a season. I'm just want to thank all of you guys for watching these videos and all your support throughout the season on the nights that aren't so great, and then all the support when we win too, and really appreciate it. It's been a long, fun season. Dylan for coming out here every week and filming our races so you guys can watch them, and all of our sponsors and supporters that give us the funds to be able to do this and have some fun. So thank you guys, and this is great. It's a nice team championship for everyone, something that we can hang on the wall and remember for a long time.